Hello! I'm still in my pajamas, as you can see, but I got out of bed, did literally a 5-minute video on how to do these eyes, these lips, and this messy bun, as so many people have been requesting this look from my Instagram. So yeah, enjoy! Right, so let's do the smudged eyeliner. I just thought I'd give you guys a proper step-by-step. So what you need is 3 things. So one is a kohl pencil. It could be any. The one that I currently like, thank you Shobana, is actually the Urban Decay Perversion Glide On. And the reason I really like this is like super black, and like the name suggests, it glides on really easily. So I think for people, especially the ones who tend to have a lot of like fine lines and wrinkles around the eyes, I think this would be a really easy pencil to use. You can, however, use any other kohl pencil, not a normal eyeliner pencil, a kohl, because it's just oil based, so it glides much better. And then I would suggest any sort of small brush, a little bit fluffy. If you do want to get the, you know, the little blending brushes, the ones that are like really stiff and short and stuff as well. I don't know the name right now, but yeah, you can use that as well. So any brush really that's just like short, we need, and any black eyeshadow. So I'm going to use my McGrath palette, and I'm going to use the black in there, but you can use a palette, you can use any other, another really nice strong black is also from MAC, the carbon eyeshadow. I would say always have a black eyeshadow with you anyway. Right, so first up, with the pencil, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trace the upper lash line, so right close to the lash line. Yeah, and then what you do is with the pencil, you smudge it. You first smudge it roughly, and then what you do is stretch, and then literally create a little line with whatever. So you will end up having product on the brush anyway, and you just extend it. Yeah, can you see what I'm starting to do? Doesn't have to be super neat at this moment, because this is just your base, and then you take your black eyeshadow with the same brush, dip it in generously, and then now, instead of using the flat side of the brush, you're using the tip of the brush, and this is why a short brush is, that's why I say short brush. You just literally press it on top of the kohl pencil. So can you see how this is getting darker than that side? So what you're doing is basically setting the pencil. So if you didn't do the pencil and you just did this with eyeshadow, yeah, it will still work this way, but it won't last a long time. So by the end of the day, you will look like somebody punched you in the eye. That's not the look I'm trying to teach you today, guys. So now what I'm doing is very slowly, so once I've set it, very slowly I'm kind of going above the line now. So I'm almost blending it into, can you see I'm just like very softly pulling it up. Yeah, can you see the difference between this one and this one now? This is looking smoky and it's looking like a really big smoky eyeliner. So that's what I'm gonna keep doing until I'm happy. And then right, so once you've done that, you take a brown eyeshadow. So you can go back to your eyebrow, dark brown from the eyebrow palette, or you can just take any other brown eyeshadow. So I'm gonna go back to the same palette and I'm gonna dip into, with the blending brush, into my dark brown. And then what I'm gonna do is, where I've blended, I'm just gonna set it at the top. Right, and you'll finish it off with some mascara if you like. I'm gonna add some false lashes. So I've got the Lilly lashes in J Beauty. So I really like these. They're quite fluffy and not too crazy looking, and they're not too long as well. So I've already put some glue on it and I've let it sort of dry about 20-30 seconds. So what I like to do is, you know, like when there's like so much glue still left and I know it's half dry, just with my finger I kind of just like spread it. I think that's probably the best word. And then you just apply the lashes. And don't worry about the glue, it will dry clear. And if you feel like you have a little bit of glue that you accidentally got onto your eyelid and stuff, just get your brush that already has the black on it and then just kind of like tidy it up a little bit. So since I want my top lashes to be the focus, that's the whole point here, so you're just giving so much emphasis to the top and there's nothing going on at the bottom. I don't want to just keep it completely plain. So I'm taking my Bobbi Brown Long Wear Mascara, and what I like about this one is that the bristle is very thin and small, so these are like perfect for lower lashes. So I'm just gonna like tidy them up, that's all I'm doing. So I'm not giving them sort of volume, I'm just sort of almost brushing them out and tidying them out. Right, next up, currently one of my new favorites is the Powermatte sort of liquid lipsticks from Nars, and this color is Get It On. And then what I like about it is, like, I love peachy tones, so with this color all I do, yep, and then with your finger pat it into the skin, into the loops. So no lip liner, nothing, just patting it in, so it gives you like the nude lips. And when you do nude lips for this eye, literally it just puts so much emphasis into the eyes. Can you see, like, I feel like my eyes are popping even more because everything else is nude and it's like whatever, but it's just like the eyes. That's the lip guy. Right, now hair. Imagine you literally just woke up and you haven't washed your hair. To be honest, I wash my hair twice a week, so and you're just like, what do I do? What do I do? That's just like, sorry if there's like any dry scalp bits and dandruff flying around, like my hair is in such a state. So I'm gonna actually give myself like a nice sort of messy bun. So what I do is, first of all, get the straightener and I just basically tidy up any funny bits. And you know, sometimes people get these grapes, so my hairdresser calls them grapes, where you have these little bumpy little baby hair and bits, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tidy it up. And I'm just gonna, when I say I tidy it up, I'm just gonna, can you see, I'm just kind of giving it a little bit of a wave. And I'm just gonna mainly do it around the parts that really need it. So definitely this one here. And then don't forget the ends as well. So just to kind of tidy it, straighten it. Yeah. Now that you've done that, what you do is try and frame your face. So the bits that you wanna, what do you wanna do with your face? Do you wanna get it rounder? Do you wanna elongate it? Whatever. With me, I feel like I have a round face, so I like to elongate my face as much as I can, which is why I'm gonna put my bun very, very high. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just basically gonna give myself these long bits, chunky bits, and they don't have to be equal. So I've got some bits there, pull out some bits at the bottom, get them to look as unproportional as possible so it looks a bit more natural. So I've just like pulled out these two. You can pull out a smaller section at the front, so here we go. I'm just gonna take another random bit. Right, and then now, just with your fingers, the rest of the hair, just like sort of brush it up. Try and not give yourself too much scalp showing, because you can sometimes like pull it up and then just like, you see a lot more scalp. And it's not supposed to look neat, by the way, this is like messy. So you get it to be as close or more in front of the crown rather than on the crown. You can, if you want to do crown. See, this hairstyle looks nice if you want to just do like a messy ponytail as well. But for that, I think it looks nicer when you have longer hair. So here you go, I'm just getting it sort of in front of the crown. So my crown is right there, so I'm just getting it in front of the crown. Once I've done a rough ponytail, I'm just going to pull out some random bits around the hair. Make sure it's very soft at the back as well. Yeah? Once you get this, it's all about getting the right kind of clips and the little tricks. What you actually need is, do you know, what are they called? I don't even know, but you can buy them. You can buy them in Primark. They're like crazy cheap, and you get like a set of a few. So these are amazing, by the way. Like I use them in so many hairstyles. And then some Wavy U Pins. Yep, and they have to be wavy, not straight, because if they're straight U Pins, they'll just end up falling out. So what you do, if you have really, really thin hair, or like, you know, once you've done the ponytail and your hair's like, you don't have that much hair there, what you do is just back comb it very roughly, right? And then once you've got it back combed, or you don't need to, you just very roughly, so not a very tight bun, so it's just like very loosely, you just get this bun hair, get this tied up. Obviously you don't want it to show. And then now you get your Wavy U Pins, and then just in random places, you just kind of pin it or hook it into that rubber band. I wish I knew what it was called. Do you know what? This happens to me every time because I don't prepare my YouTube videos clearly. So I just do them randomly when I feel like it. And that's why I never actually do I actually know what I'm doing. Right. So can you see how I've just like very messily done it? So this way you don't see any rubber bands or hair bands, whatever. You don't see any pins, grips, whatever. It's just literally all done with your own hair. If you have these little gaps showing, just get some of that eyeshadow. Remember the brown that we used and the black and stuff? Just with the same fluffy eyeshadow, just fill in these little gaps. Sorted. I'm just gonna loosen it up a little bit more because I still feel like it's all a bit too tight. Yeah. Ta-da, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. I hope it was very easy and very quick. If you have alternative suggestions or certain products that you think are better than the products that I've used, please leave them in the feedback because I'd love to know any other alternatives. Also, if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, tell your friends about it, and do not forget to subscribe so that you can watch my future videos like this.